Ashley is approximately 8 years old and 15 hands. We've not yet had her teeth checked by our vet, but we were told she was 8, and that seems about right based on her level of energy and her fitness. Before Ashley came to us, she was used in a breeding program. The program had both paints and quarter horses. We believe Ashley is likely a breeding stock paint. She's a big, stout girl, well-muscled, and has lots of cow. Ashley would be an excellent horse for either quiet trail riding, or penning, or other fun ranch work. She has a very sensible, mellow personality, but also has the cowiness to get out there and really play. Ashley has been at the rescue for about 3.5 months. This is the first opportunity that we've had to evaluate her. We've been working with her quite a bit on the ground, and have found her to be a very nice girl, and suspected that she'd had a lot of training. She seems a bit rusty, but she also knows a lot. She works off of your leg, and knows how to do turn on the forehand and turn on the haunches, and even a little bit of side passing. She jogs out nicely, and also has a smooth, consistent walk. We found that she also flexes nicely to both sides. On this particular day, we were using a bridle that we've since decided is a little bit too big for her. There was a little bit of slack when you lift it up on the rein, and it seemed to bother her. After we got a better fitting bridle, she stopped shaking her head as much. Here Amber is working her at a jog. She has a long stride and definitely covers some ground. Amber finds that she's able to sit her trot well or post it. Both on the ground and under saddle, we found that Ashley tends to be a very laid-back horse, but when you ask her to use her energy, she doesn't have any hesitation. She's a nice combination of slow and sensible, and has the energy when you need it. Ashley gets along well with other horses. She's in a large herd with both mares, geldings, and actually a couple of burros. She's easy to catch, she comes right up to you, and she stands patiently to be groomed. We did find that she wiggled a little bit when we were tacking her up, but we also didn't have anywhere to tie her, so any horse will wiggle a little bit if they haven't been taught to tack up without being tied. As you can see, Ashley has a decent whoa. She tucks her nose in and stops square. Today she gets a little bit impatient and doesn't want to stand for long. That's not surprising, seeing as how it's the first time that we've ridden her. I do like the fact that throughout this whole evaluation, the worst that she does is shakes her head a little and won't stand still. She doesn't try any bucking, doesn't try and squish us on the fence, doesn't get hot. She's actually just a really good girl. Since Amber is riding in the round pen, where there isn't great footing, she doesn't lope her out at all, but I suspect that she would be fine. Amber is able to rub her behind the saddle, and oftentimes with horses that get a little funky at the canter, they also get a little bit funky when you rub them behind the saddle. Ashley seems fine with this. While we were riding her, we had several comments about how good she looked in all of her western tack. She really has that professional western look. We think that she would make a great cow horse for someone, or also just a nice all-around prospect. She's mellow enough that with consistent riding, she might even make a great youth horse. As you can see, after Amber finishes up, Ashley does fine just standing still and relaxing. She seems to have worked out of all of her fidgetiness. Amber is able to dismount very casually, and Ashley seems happy to get a few rubs once Amber is safely back on the ground.